I am not full hot at all. I'm just fucking hot. That's the thing. I'm not full hot.
He's full hot, everybody.
No, I'm just hot.
All right, now let's talk about the Trouvaille.
But that's not what I'm not complaining about being fucking hot. I'm not even recording, Ed.
You're a punk. Punk.
Thank you. We'll clap back. Get off my hand!
Tomatoes. Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning in to once again
and patrons that just got done watching the fail, probably.
Yes, another Wolf Tick Videos episode. We just had a fail, but hey, we're on the easy street. We're fixing to try this one out, right?
I don't know what part of this is going to be easy.
I don't know. Guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because on today's episode, we are finally going to do what everybody's been wanting us to do for the longest time. I don't know, maybe this will be a mullet bike. There's a lot of different options here.
You'll never do a mullet. Don't even talk like you're going to do a mullet. I've been trying to get you to do a mullet for 2 years.
Everybody's been like, oh, mullet it! Mullet, man! Mullet! Rock on!
2 reasons why this bike does not lend itself well to mullet out of all of our bikes. There's 2 reasons.
Give me the 2 reasons.
175 millimeter crank arms.
We're going to fix that.
No bueno for mullet.
Uh-huh.
And why mullet a bike that actually comes with the damn free hub?
Yeah, it's kind of contradictory because we're like, oh man, you know, we love that the Kent, out of all of the Walmart budget bikes, this has the Advent 9-speed on, which we're still going to be sticking with, but it's got an Advent 9-speed, which means it has a free hub. And we're going to put a 27.5 rear wheel on this thing.
Most likely that tire's going to come off.
Most likely. This is a Maxxis Icon Plus 2.8. You guys all know the Kent right now is rocking at 2.4. Yeah. So I don't think this is going to fit. We're going to try it. I just want to see if it fits. Also, you talked about having 175 millimeter crank arms. Yeah. Because this bike is a big bike. But wait.
There's more.
We pulled these off of an Ardor. These are 170 millimeter crank arms with a 30-tooth chainring.
A little better. Well, that 30-tooth maybe alleviates some of your problems you have with the 42. The limit's back there since we don't have a 46 to try out on there. Mm-hmm. And if it's still not enough,
really be upgrading or downgrading, but we'll have a 32-tooth.
We'll get a little more gearing now for some climbing.
We'll have a 30-tooth as opposed to the 32-tooth. So we're going to be doing that.
Some people might like the 32 better though.
We're going to be doing a few things on this episode. Let's go ahead and keep on talking.
So are we going to reroute that chain because now everybody's all obsessed with that?
We'll talk about that when we get to it, okay? We're also going to be doing a degree and seeing the before and after. Right now, on the lowers, if you guys remember on the initial impressions video, we measured a 69-degree head tube angle. So at the bottom of the lowers is how we measured it.
I don't want to call it the head tube angle. I'm going to say it was a 69-degree angle out on the lowers.
Yeah, so we're going to do that after we mullet it, and maybe we'll get some more slack on this thing, okay? Let's get into this episode. I'm looking forward to it. Mullet, baby.
Mullet. Thank you. We'll clap back.
Alright guys, here we go. The Kent Trouvaille undergoing mullet surgery. Now, I do want to say one thing. Who can you remember from day one, right, way back in the day, that told us, hey, you got to go mullet? And he's been talking about it every single bike.
There's a few of them.
Well, I'm going to give credit where credit's due.
I'm going to give 2 of them.
Because I don't want you to start tripping and say the wrong name.
I'm giving 2 people. The first one is the inventor of Trouvaille.
Yes.
That's the one.
El Capitan. Old Captain's cog. Always be your own captain. Keep the stoke high.
And the other one is your buddy Sam Fisher.
Oh, God.
He used to mention mullet all the time as well.
So Captain's Cog is the earliest one I can remember. So I'm looking forward to mulling this bike. It's not great climbing, okay? And this is probably going to make it worse because they'll probably slack it out a little bit more. And we're going to get the weight after this episode too, at the end of it. But one thing I do want to mention, I got some footage for you guys. Everybody's been bringing up since Seth's Bike Hacks did the video, you know, that real small channel.
Berm Peak.
Oh.
It's the same person, same thing. They changed the name.
Berm Peak.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. He mentioned that the chain was routed wrong on our derailleur. And it turns out, I'll show you guys a little bit of B-roll, it was routed wrong. Now, we didn't change it for the time trial. We knew it beforehand.
We didn't change it for the time trial because it was shifting so good. You kept saying, no, it's shifting perfect. I don't want to risk it.
I didn't want to risk it. Everybody and their brother's been commenting, saying, hey.
Because Seth come out with that video. Berm Peak comes up with that video.
Yeah.
And then everybody jumps on it because everybody watches it.
So just want everybody to know it was indeed routed wrong. So
yes.
That's one thing. Oh, that was loose.
Almost all of them are routed wrong. Wow, that was that loose?
That was, yeah. I mean, it's a square tapered, and we're going to take a look at it right now. But this is a sealed bottom bracket. The cool thing is it's not really a downgrade more and upgrade if we put the other crank arms on here. It might be an upgrade for me because I'm a smaller guy, but...
Yeah, you said you didn't really like to feel the 175s over time.
No, I
You know what's funny is Chris H.
Weird.
Chris H. had somebody else do a review on his channel, and they kind of, I think they said something about after a while it kind of bothered them a little bit or something, if I remember right.
Dude,
I was a little drunk when I watched it.
The 175s, you're always drunk. The 175s, it just gives you this weird... I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. Everybody out there that's a smaller rider, I'm sure you guys have felt the exact same thing. It's just weird, man. It makes it to where it's almost uncomfortable for you to find a comfortable seating position unless you're a bigger guy, I would imagine. Oh my gosh, using the mallet, a rubber mallet.
I don't know if that mallet works on your head.
Yeah. Alright, seal bottom bracket. Cartridge. Let's get this other crank arm off, and then we're going to go over the pedals. I'm going to show you guys what pedals
on this episode? I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Did you talk about the stem, I mean the bar, Did you talk about the grips?
No, we're going to get to that. I just got done saying.
Well, how's it on this? You hit the camera, head.
Alright guys, now let's talk about the pedals and the grips we're going to be throwing on the Trouvaille today.
Trouvaille.
The Trouvaille. Now these here, both the pedals and the grips, Bar Boy, the man, oh whoop whoop, old Dayford himself. Now these are Fooker pedals. These pedals here are great. They're almost pre-broke in, it seems like. You get a lot of the RaceFace Chester ones.
Broke in.
Yeah. I mean, you get a lot of the RaceFace Chester ones.
Where's green matching with this bike?
It's going to match with it. It'll match. You'll go with it. Now, I do want to point out, the RaceFace Chester pedals, they're not as smooth as these are right out of the box. You have to actually wear those things in. I mean, they're going to be a hell of a lot better than these guys. And these right here are just terrible.
Dude, I don't know one person that said anything good about the pedals that come on this bike.
No, these pedals suck. Anyway, so we're going to be changing those out. And we've got my favorite grip in the world, one of them, the RaceFace Half Nelsons, baby. Tell me that's not a great looking grip. Now these are thin grips. I'm a thin grip man. We all know that. But these are lock-on grips. I love them so much. Dayford knows that. One of our patrons. So Dayford, thank you for sending us the grips. And not only that, but the pedals as well. Alright guys, let's get these grips swapped out. Let's get the crank set. Let's get these pedals put on there. And then we'll catch you guys back whenever it gets time to throw and see if this 2.8 will fit on this bike. How's that sound? Let's do it.
Now?
Yeah, we gotta get rid of the dork disc. Well, I mean, we might just keep this thing a mullet. But, I mean, we can get rid of the dork disc.
That is, there's no amount of grease anywhere in the vicinity of that thing.
Oh, it's like bone.
No, your hands are dirty. Mine aren't. Look
There's dust on it.
Look at the only part of the grease that got on my hand right there. There is no damn grease. Show the camera.
Look at that. There's no grease whatsoever on that. And that thing is bone dry.
It is. It's dry.
It's like
it's a desert.
Dry. Yeah. Oh, we'll take that. We'll take the dork disc off at a different time. Or you can take that damn thing
leave
off.
that on there for now.
Alright, put in the comments. Do you guys think the 2.8 is going to fit on this bike? I don't know, but we're about to mullet it. Let's see if the 2.8 fits. Oh, hell, I don't know.
Yeah, doesn't look like it's gonna work.
Oh! Holy crap.
No way.
It fits. Oh, it fits.
No, it doesn't fit.
Dude, it fits.
Well, we are mulleting, so we
the 2.8 fits. Here, hold that.
Well, fits is subjective.
Yeah, here, tighten that for me. Remember, guys, this is a Maxxis Icon Plus, 27.5 by 2.80.
So it's a little mullety.
Oh, it's
looks
very
like you can. It looks like you can.
Look at that.
2.8.
Yes.
But we're not going to run a 2.8, right? Why would we run a 2.8 in the rear and what's in the front? 2.4?
Well, because we're keeping it like this. Why the hell wouldn't we? We'll keep it on there. What you guys are hearing is the brake caliper right here, right there, putting a little bit of pressure on that rotor. But guys, there's actually some decent amount of room in there. Look at that in there. Can you see it? Well, well, well. There we go. Let's get these crank arms on there.
So it looks like if you go a 27.5 rim or wheel in the back and mullet it, you might be able to run a 2.8.
Yeah. You know what's weird? We'll take a look at what's on the floor. It doesn't look bad being a 27.5. All right, guys. The crank set is smoother than smooth. And what I like is, it looks like the offset, everything was the exact same as the 32 tooth. And remember, this we got off of one of our R doors, okay? So we have the 30 tooth, right? Replacing the 32 tooth. I'm looking forward to that. Very smooth. Fooker Pedals. We got the RaceFace grips on there. We're going to let you guys get a look at this new mullet, okay, with the 2.8 on the rear. Just give us a second. So remember, we're going to reweigh this thing. And honestly, guys, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to cut this chain. But, I mean, if it's going to help. I think taking 2 links. We have another 9-speed chain just in case. I'd feel comfortable with taking 2 links off.
Let's do 2.
And we've got some master links. So let's do 2 links and then we will...
9-speed master links.
Yeah, I've got some. Remember, you can always take away links. I guess you can always add them too if you have enough master links. Dude, we're going to have a freaking tap.
It just looks like... Huh?
We're going to have a freaking mullet.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm tripping. Think about the tap now. Alright, here we go. What do you guys think? I don't think that's bad, man. I mean, we can add a chain stay protector.
A little slappy,
yeah. And there's a little bit of marks on there from when we did the Cats Meow run, but we've got a 2.8 on there. Let's do a little shift test for you guys.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Remember, this thing, I did have to tune it in just a little bit when we did the time trial.
I think that chain could have went shorter. I think you should have stuck with you should have been confident doing the wolf tick method. And well, you know what? You should leave it too long because if we find a 46 tooth, we're going to put it on there.
Yeah, buddy. Let's shift down to 10. Very good clearance.
But it's a 9-speed, though.
Shift to 10.
Okay.
Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth.
No 10. Sorry.
Hit that brake. All right. Now, this is what we're going to do. We are going to do a little remeasure on the degree, right, on the lower of the fork. We're going to do a standover, because the standover wasn't great on the spike.
Yeah.
We're going to do a standover.
See if it's improved.
Yes, then we're going to weigh it. All right, guys, here we go. We're fixing to show you, okay? We got to tease you a little bit on this bike's overall. But first thing we're going to do, remember, this was a 69 degree from the lower.
Yeah, okay? On the lowers. Not head tube angle, the lower.
Not touching the window. All right.
What do we got?
That's 67.5.
Really? 67.5.
67.5 is where we're at now.
That's going to be, yeah.
Wow.
That's going to make a big difference.
That's crazy. 67.5.
Check the standover on it now.
Let's check the standover. Yeah. All right, standover. Standover before was not the greatest. It wasn't terrible, but there wasn't a lot of room, okay? 5.5. We've got the mullet.
Yeah, 5.5, everybody. 5.5.
All right. It doesn't feel that much different.
No, I was going to say, because where that bar is up, I can't see it making a huge difference.
Yeah, there's not that much difference. You know what there is a big difference on though, guys, is when I sit back, I've got so much more of a view of that front tire now because the slack, and I think it's actually brought these bars back a little bit, you know, kind of lower and out of the way. It looks like I'm ready to hit some downhill stuff just based on the front, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah.
I see you lit up for that.
Yeah. I love, wow. I can't wait to see how this thing climbs, man. How it climbs, how it performs going downhill. Everybody was wanting the mullet. Even Chuck U, one of our patrons, he's supposedly old Chuck U, baby. Whoop whoop. He's gonna be sending in some parts for this bike, this build. He was all excited about it, and he was just stuck on the mullet idea ever since he mentioned it. So old Cappy Tan, Captain's Cog, Sam Fisher, some of the originals.
Well, I don't know about Sam Fisher on this one, but anyway, yeah. So here's my thing. Here's where I sit.
Here's your thing.
Here's my thing. Right. We don't know if this is how we're going to keep it as far... I mean, we're going to mullet it. I don't know if it'd be that tire and that rim and all that.
Yeah, we're going
to mullet it. But we do know a 2.8 on a 27.5 seems to fit.
Yeah, it will fit.
But it fits.
It does fit. And this is our first mullet, you know? And we've got a 30 tooth round chainring on here now.
Yes.
That's cool. So if you guys want to do this at home, you know, mullet, maybe you got a bike laying around. I doubt some of you guys probably have a lot of crank arms hanging around to change them to 170s, because I think it's going to be a big difference as well. Definitely would have gotten a whole bunch of pedal strikes, most likely, if we kept the 175s on there. But we'll put a rear wheel in the description below, an affiliate link, hopefully under $100 somewhere for a 27.5. And what's cool, like you were saying, we fit a 2.8 on there. Like, that is really cool.
Yeah, not that you need to run a 2.8, but just so you know it can be done.
Yeah. We've now officially mulleted a bike on Wolfstick Videos. Okay, we've got some Fooker pedals on this thing. Fooker,
Whoa.
baby. Whoop whoop. Got some RaceFace, half Nelson, my favorite grips in the world, thin grips, right up there. And it's not that the other grips are terrible, it's just after a while of riding, they start to wear your hands
You complained about them pretty good.
They're pretty bad, okay? Pedals were bad, we got that fixed. We got the 30 tooth. Hopefully it helps with the climbing and just riding overall, it being the 11 to 42 tooth with the 30 as opposed to the 32 tooth. Okay, fingers crossed. We'll see how this thing does. Be on the lookout for the real-time review of the mullet. Like, how am I going to like it? I don't know. Guys, please like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell on. If you guys would like to help support the channel and really cool builds like this, being able to actually purchase these bikes, you know, and come in here and film and all that good stuff, you guys can, please feel free to buy us a cup of coffee.
Feel free
to do it. Okay, it's free. Well, it's not free. It just costs you, but it helps us. So you guys can check the link in the description below, or if you guys want to get some extra behind the scenes, some kayak footage, some camping footage, some me and old Wolfman, you know, having a good time, you can be a patron. Become a patron today.
But it's a little heavy on the language and stuff.
Yeah. But all right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Appreciate you watching.
All right.